Hi, welcome to my channel. We're going to be talking about what went down in the conference finals of the 2025 Stanley Cup playoffs. So the first conference finals to wrap up within the series was the Eastern Conference Finals between the Florida Panthers and Carolina Hurricanes. The Panthers won 4-5 against the Canes, and this series started off strong for the Panthers as they won the Eastern Conference opener with a 5-2 Game 1 win on May 20th, 2025. The Panthers continued their momentum with a 5-0 shutout in Game 2 and found themselves within one win from securing their spot in the 2025 Stanley Cup Finals after their 6-2 Game 3 win. Down by 3 games, the Canes made a huge comeback with a 3-0 shutout in Game 4 of the series. After their upset in Game 4, the Panthers came back with vengeance as they gained momentum during the second and third period of Game 5, which ended with a 5-3 victory on May 28, 2025. The Panthers were named the 2025 Eastern Conference champions for a third year in a row after they nearly swept the Eastern Conference Finals. Panthers did this by outscoring the Canes 21 goals to 10 goals. Despite the Canes playing a more physical game and also outshooting the Panthers overall 126 shots versus 111 shots. The Canes also found success with their average face-off wins within the 5 games that were played. However, the Panthers' power play and penalty kill units were very beneficial during the series and helped them to win the series alongside the stellar goaltending of Sergei Bobrovsky, who ended with a 0.921 save percentage after he saved 116 out of 126 shots on goal. The Canes' goaltending tandem had an overall 0.81 save percentage rate after they saved 90 out of 111 shots on goal. Pyotr Kochekov did have some time on the ice after he took over in Game 3 of the series, Game 3 occurred after getting shut out by the Panthers in Game 2, and he had a save percentage of 0.786 after he saved 22 out of 28 shots on goal. The main starter goaltender for the Canes was Frederik Andersen, who ended with a 0.819 save percentage after he saved 68 out of 83 shots on goal. So basically, put those two together and you'll get the goaltending stats on the slide. The second series to wrap up was the Western Conference Finals between the Edmonton Oilers and Dallas Stars. This was not their first time meeting each other in the Western Conference Finals, as this series in 2025 was like a rematch. They met in the last year's Western Conference Finals, and the Edmonton Oilers came up on top back then, and they continued to remain on top this year as well, as they won 4 out of 5 games that were played. And this series actually started off strong for the Stars as they won Game 1 with a 6-3 win on May 21st, 2025. After a rough loss for the Oilers, they regrouped and swept the rest of the series with a 4-game winning streak. This winning streak started off with a 3-0 shutout in Game 2 and was followed up by a 6-1 win in Game 3. The Oilers continued their momentum with a 4-1 win in Game 4 and closed out the series on May 29, 2025 with a back and forth Game 5, which ended 6-3 in the Oilers' favor. After their 4-game winning streak, the Oilers were named the 2025 Western Conference champions for a second year in a row after their near sweep in the Western Conference Finals. Their near sweep happened after the Oilers played a more well-rounded game compared to the Stars, as they outscored the Stars 22 goals to 11 goals, despite both teams having 132 shots on goal. The Oilers played with more physicality, as you can see by the hits. They had a higher average face-off wins within the 5 games that were played, and found more success on their power play and penalty kill with their power play opportunities and their penalty kill units. In regards to goaltending, Stuart Skinner ended the series with a 0.917 save percentage after he saved 121 out of 132 shots on goal, while the overall goaltending tandem for the Stars ended with a 0.833 save percentage after this tandem saved 110 out of 132 shots on goal. So, to break down the Stars' goaltending stats, basically, Jake Oettinger was their main starting goalie, and he ended with a, let me just make sure I'm going to search right. So he ended with a 0.838 save percentage after he saved 93 out of 111 shots on goal before Casey DeSmith took over in Game 5. After taking over in Game 5, DeSmith closed out the series with a 0.850 save percentage after he saved 17 out of 20 shots on goal. So basically put those stats together and you end up with whatever's on the slide. Now, looking at who made it into the Stanley Cup Finals, we are going to be seeing the Florida Panthers and Edmonton Oilers face each other once again, back-to-back Stanley Cup Finals matchup in the 2025 Stanley Cup Finals. Basically, the Panthers and Edmonton Oilers are having their rematch once again. They met each other last season, and the Florida Panthers came up on top. And looking ahead for this upcoming series, we can predict that the Panthers may remain on top and win the cup based off their regular season stats. So, looking at the regular season stats, we see that the Panthers won both games played against the Edmonton Oilers during the regular season by outscoring, outshooting, playing a way more physical game, and having a slightly better goaltending stat compared to the Oilers. Now, the Oilers do have the advantage they did have the advantage when it came to their face-off wins and power play opportunities and penalty kill success rates. This series, I would predict, would really come down to who can capitalize on their goal scoring and man advantages, as well as which goaltender will remain strong throughout the series. And looking further ahead, this is going to be the schedule for the Stanley Cup Finals. Leave a comment down below of who do you think is going to win the cup, and if you want more insights or a more in-depth analysis of the stats, gameplays, etc., feel free to visit my blog, which will be linked in the description box down below. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye!